This is the first camera where we've actually introduced voice-based tracking as well.
And my favorite feature is actually this small button here. Hi, in case you don't know me, my name is Alex. I'm the product manager for video products at Comline, and today we have a very special guest in our headquarters in Flensburg. It's Adam Levitt from DATAVIDEO. Welcome, Adam.
Thanks, Alex. Really happy to be here.
So, Adam, what are you showing today? What is new?
Okay, so we've got a number of new products here from DATAVIDEO. Actually, some new hardware and some software updates for existing products. So, first of all, we have the VTC-100. So this is a voice tracking camera. So those of you that know DATAVIDEO will be familiar with our camera range, and we've had presenter tracking for some time. So this is useful if you want to follow a silhouette around a stage. This is the first camera where we've actually introduced voice-based tracking as well. So as well as being able to do presenter tracking, so following a silhouette, this can actually automatically frame someone based on their voice, the position of their voice in a room. So for example, for a small huddle space, a training room or a meeting room, I can speak, the camera picks up my position and it will automatically frame me.
Excellent. And what is the maximum distance for the voice tracking?
In optimal conditions, up to 9 meters.
Wow, excellent. So we can say that this camera is more or less for conference systems, right?
Conference systems, yeah, training rooms, small huddle rooms. It's a plug and play solution. The beauty of this is it's self-contained, doesn't require any configuration. You can plug it in. And in terms of outputs, it's got HDMI and SDI, so if you want to connect to a projector or a screen, but it has UVC as well. And that's really important because in a lot of these applications, we're going to be going into conferencing, so we can take a USB connection out into Teams or Zoom.
It's an excellent product. So what else we got here, Adam?
Okay, so actually an accessory for the VTC-100, we have the iCast Mini. This isn't a new product, it's been shipping for a little while now, but we've just released a firmware update for this product to enhance its control capabilities. So this is it's a 2-channel switcher, 2 4K HDMI inputs, HDMI output for a projector or a screen, and UVC again for conferencing. So we can switch between those inputs, we can do picture-in-picture, and you've always been able to control the presenter tracking in our cameras. However, with the new update, we can also control the voice tracking in the VTC-100. So from a single control panel, I'm able to manually control my camera using presets. I'm able to switch the auto tracking on, but choose the auto tracking mode. So maybe I want presenter tracking in one instance or voice tracking in another. Makes it really easy to have a system for a multi-purpose room that sometimes may need manual operation. Perhaps you're doing a presentation or even a product demo like this. I can switch to manual mode, call presets to show the items on the desk, and then we can change it to voice tracking mode, and it's automatically going to be switching between you and me and framing us up.
Excellent. And I have to mention that everything you see here on the table, you can use all products in one workflow. It works perfectly together. So what else? Maybe let's speak about this camera.
Okay, so PTC-600. So this is the first of a new generation of cameras from DATAVIDEO. You'll notice it has a completely new chassis design. So this is currently our flagship model. There will be a PTC-700 coming later in the year, which will be a 1-inch sensor. This is a 1/1.8, latest generation of Sony CMOS sensors, very high quality glass. The unique point of these cameras though is the modular slot. So if you take a look on the rear of this camera, you'll see where we have the 12 GSDI connections. There's actually a card slot there. So this means that we can keep up with emerging technologies without having to completely redesign the cameras. So for example, as video over IP develops and new standards emerge and become more popular, we can release different add-on cards that existing users of PTC-600 can adopt.
So 2 products left. Maybe let's speak about the voice.
Okay, back to voice tracking. So VTC-100 is a standalone product that's designed for small meeting spaces and huddle rooms. The next step up from that is our VoiceTrax 50 processor. So that's that 1U rack mount box that you see in front of me. This product is actually designed to automate podcasts, visual radio, or small conferences. It's very easy to use, so you just connect a standard multi-track USB audio interface or USB audio mixer, of which there are lots available on the market, to this via USB. We can meter the audio levels, and then we can automatically switch based on the active speaker. So for example, a school board meeting or a podcast, where you've got analog microphones, XLR microphones. They could be goosenecks, they could be podcast style mics. When somebody's speaking, we know who's speaking. We can automatically move a camera to them, frame them, and then do a nice broadcast style clean switch to them. We also have a title generator built in, so we can even do broadcast style graphics and bring up lower thirds to identify the active speaker.
Excellent. And then last but not least, you brought something special with you. It's not released yet. What is it?
Not shipping just yet. So this is the new PTC-100 camera controller from DATAVIDEO. So this is a new 4-channel camera controller. It's complementary to our existing RMC 300A. It's not going to replace it. They're going to sit side by side. It's a really well-made, well-balanced camera controller. It can control not only data video cameras though, so this supports in terms of control protocols, DVI-IP for data video cameras, Visca over IP, ONVIF and NDI. Automatically scans the network, finds the cameras, really easy to set up, but it also has an integrated NDI decoder. So that means we can get a live preview of the camera we're currently controlling on the small screen here, but it also has an HDMI output on the back. So you can go ahead and connect an HDMI monitor and you'll get a real-time low latency live preview of the camera you're controlling as soon as you select it on one of the 4 direct access buttons there.
And my favorite feature is actually this small button here. So what is this button about, Adam?
So that button actually has assignable functions. So it can do a number of different things. We tend to find it's most useful for auto tracking actually. So if you're using one of our cameras and the presenter tracking function, we can use the manual PTZ on the joystick to frame our talent. And then with one button press, the auto tracking can take over. It's hands-free.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite products. I love it. You know what I saw when I saw this product the first time? It feels like a new era. The design, the build quality, it's amazing. So when will this device be released?
It's nearly in mass production, just a few final tweaks, so it's going to be available in the next 90 days.
Excellent. And what you saw today is just a small piece of the wide hardware range DATAVIDEO has to offer. If you have any questions regarding these products or other solutions, feel free to contact DATAVIDEO or Comline, and we are happy to help and answer your questions. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks for having me.